People talk about there being competition in art all the time, but in my opinion, for the most part, there really is no competition. And I'm just pretty, I really don't even think about it, to be honest. This isn't something I think about, but I just thought maybe it'd be a good topic to talk about. And the reason I don't think about it is because I'm just so dead set on it's not a thing. Because the way I look at it, there's only one slot for an artist. I've always kind of thought that. Like, everything that you are, you're the only one that can do that. And, that's kind of how you want to get to that place. And I would argue you already are there. It's just about honing your thing. And over time, you'll have the confidence that no one's going to, people have to come to you for that unique thing that you basically provide, right? Like, it's not about thinking I'm so awesome. It's not about that at all. There is a balance between being confident in your abilities and, being cocky about it. That's not what it is. I'm not, I still have plenty of room to grow. It's just, I'm not worried about AI even. I'm not worried about other artists, taking jobs, or, if I don't get a job, if I don't get an opportunity, then it just wasn't meant for me. Maybe I missed out, but basically any artist, first of all, I'm not even thinking about them, and neither should you. Just mind your own business. And I don't mean that in like a mean way. I'm just saying you're better off. Don't even think about competition. You're just doing your thing. Like, think about it like, think about your favorite pizza place. That one that's probably been there for years, and it's just, no one does it like that one. And, some people might say, well, that's a perfect example of, they're all doing, all these pizza places, they're in competition. People who want pizza, they've got to go to one of them. But I'd say that's not true because, part of this is a matter of how you look at it, but maybe that's the case for like a Domino's. People that maybe they can't afford the really, really good pizza, or, they just want pizza. They don't really care that much. But, that one place that's your favorite, maybe you only go there once a year or on that special occasion, you've got to go there to get that pizza. They're not competing. There's no one that can do what they do. Right? So you basically want to look at yourself like that. You're just, sure, there are other people that draw. There are other people that sing. There are other people that have, creative pursuits, but it's got nothing to do with you, what other people are doing. Just, like I said, there's just one slot for an artist. Only you have your influences, your life experience, your interests, and your style that comes together as one. Just competition it's honestly not. Like I said, it's just not something that I even think about. It doesn't bother me. Are there other artists I look at and they're like, oh damn, that's really good, and oh they got some opportunity maybe I would have liked, of course, but it's not a competition. It's they just got that job and I didn't. Maybe I wasn't fit for that. Maybe it just wasn't the particular thing that was needed. What I do. And again, it's just don't even put too much weight into it. Just worry about your own thing. People even, for those of you who don't know, I'm in comic books mainly, right? And they'll say, you've got like Marvel and DC, you've got Image Comics and all the independent creator-owned books. They'll say, I've heard it's a common thing that people will say, you're competing for that shelf space. If you go into some small comic book shop, there's only so much space there, and Marvel and DC, they're taking up this whole section right here. Image has a nice big section over here, and then all the other ones, they're kind of cramped, which, okay, there is truth to that. I'm not denying that, but again, it kind of goes back to what I was saying. The person going to buy the new Thor comic, well, they really weren't even looking for your comic necessarily, I mean, there's a chance they were. There's a chance that they'd like both. But by and large, even if they saw yours, let's say you're doing some kind of oddball comic like mine, well, chances are they weren't going to like that anyway. So again, it's not like it's a competition. It's just artists do what they do, and that's kind of that. You just want to be your own pizza shop. You want to be your own special restaurant that you're just honing that, that pizza sauce. That's just, nothing can compare to that sauce. Nothing can compare. You do the best calzones, right? They've got to come to you for that. And like I said, AI, I'm not the most versed in that because, again, I really don't even pay attention to it. I'm not a fan of it. Shouldn't be a surprise there, but again, I'm not even that concerned about it. Maybe I should be, but I don't even think I'm competing with that because, again, like, if anything, again, I dislike it as much as the next person, but look at it as a reason for you to up your skills or up your originality and just dig deeper into what it is you do. You know what I mean? Just what I'm saying is, don't worry about competition. I'll say this, like, also, it's kind of what I was just saying, but everyone has their own taste. Everyone has their own, so, you're not going to appeal to everyone. It's insane to even expect that. Just focus on the people that like what it is you do. Look at it that way. Don't worry about, oh, that artist over there is, so many more people are lining up at their convention table, or maybe you just haven't caught on yet. Maybe it'll just take more time. Maybe the next thing you do will be the thing that really makes you blow up. And it could even be one thing. It could be potentially one song, one drawing, one pizza. It could be that one thing that changes people's minds, and now everyone's lining up at your thing. So again, and this is the other thing. People lose interest. That person that's wildly popular, well, who's to say in 6 months they won't be? And who's to say you won't be? So again, don't even worry about it. It's all you can do is focus on what you can control, which is your output and what you create. Here's another thing. Maybe you're not concerned about who's got more fans or who's more successful or who's more popular. Maybe you're just not even jealous, but you're just you're viewing another artist as competition. Well, to that I would just say, at the end of the day, it's all subjective. So just because you like it, just because you view it as, damn, they're better than me, or maybe their art is more, technically better. It's more academically sound. It's more, they just have these skills that you don't have, or maybe they're more unique. Maybe they're more, you see them as more special. But at the end of the day, that's what they do. And I kind of remembered what I was trying to say earlier. All you have to worry about, it's already in you. All you need is the time to get there. Like that special thing that you do, it's already there. Nobody can do it other than you. I really just can't stress that enough. Like, think of all your favorite artists. They're all probably unique in some way. They have at least one thing that makes them stand out from all the rest. It's really, if there's any competition, it's on the lower level. And it kind of goes to what I was saying with the pizza analogy. Domino's and Pizza Hut and just all the, even, fast food places. The bottom level stuff, maybe they're in competition because at the end of the day, they really don't provide anything that great. It's essentially, one isn't that much better than the other, really. It's the higher up stuff, the higher level stuff. It gets to a place where there is no competition. It's just, do you see what I'm saying? They do something so unique, so much its own thing. There's no one even close. Even if someone kind of, you have copycats out there. You have people that mimic, that is a common thing too. People see something's working, and now you get a string of people just trying to imitate. But are they competition? I mean, maybe that can start to look like competition, but I think those who know can recognize the real thing. They know, well, I mean, not in every scenario, but for the most part, people tend to know when something's a copy. And I guess some people don't care, but yeah, like I was saying, I think for the most part, you really don't have to worry about it. It's just take the time. Even if it takes years, you're going to get to that place where you're that pizza shop. you're that thing that people can only go to you for that. So, just my take. Yeah, let me know if I'm off on this. Let me know if is there something I'm not considering or not thinking. Feel free to let me know. All right.